Hello, today I want to show you guys how the quickest way to get a website up and running using Wix. This is a free account that you can get. You can use the other software or lots of other uh, available videos that are out there to figure out how to sign up and get a Wix account. And there's also lots of videos to show you how to actually use the Wix editor. However, I want to show you guys how to get a website up and running where you can put your projects and portfolio stuff very quickly with minimal effort, so you can get it up and running quickly and not have to learn as much about the editor. So once you get your account up and running, depending on which way you come in, it might look a little different, but the main thing you want to do is you want to create a new site. And so there's a couple of places, but when you hit create a new site, it may take a second here for it to load. It'll ask you what kind of website do you want to create. Now any of these will work, but once again I want to show you what I think is probably the fastest way to get where you need to be. Let's go ahead and do a blog site. Okay, we want to choose a template because we don't want to pay someone to do it for us. And any of these templates will do, but there is a specific template that I want you to use if you want to, or that you can use. If it doesn't come up, let's type in business and search. And then we're going to do the business blog right here. You can do any of these templates that you want, but if you want to just follow me and do something quick, easy, and simple, this is the one that you want. You want to click edit, not view. And this is probably the longest part of the process. You got to wait on the editor to load and completely build the site for the first time. Okay, that was actually pretty quick. So now we're up. So anything in here, if you click on it, you can change anything, and you can spend countless hours editing all sorts of things. But I'm going to walk you through just doing some of the basics just to get you started and running. So you want to click Edit Text, and you can type. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to at least spell it right. And I want to go edit this one. Once again, you can call it whatever you put, whatever you want down here. I'm going to just put something, once again, spell it correctly. Okay, so that's got me started. If you want to edit things, other things, like you can change the design. A couple different things you can do. Like I said, you can actually spend large amounts of time picking all sorts of designs, and even fill colors and all these things, but I'm just going to do a few basic things. Okay, so that's got me started. That's got my title changed. Another thing you're probably going to want to quickly change is this background image. So if you just click on it anywhere, you'll see change strip background. And then here you can either make it a solid color, you can put an image, you can put a video even if you want. I'm going to put an image, and it takes me to a bunch of image options. I've already uploaded stuff. If you do not have stuff that you have already uploaded, then that's you can basically just click here and you can upload an image from your computer and load it in here and then pick it. I already have this one loaded. I like this one. So you can see it pops it in there. And if you don't like the location, like if I want to move this up, you can see there's little guides that pop up to tell you when things are centered. And if I think I want this to be a little smaller, so I'll fix that. And then I'll come down here, I can shift everything up if I want, and I think I want to do that. Okay. So that's kind of got some of the basic things up here. You're probably not going to set social links. So if you just click on it and hit delete, you can get rid of that. Up here, you have, this is your menu, and so you've got a home page, a blog page, and an about page. If you want, you can put stuff in all these pages, but what I would do is, if you don't want to deal with that right now, like say for instance your about page, go to this button here, site menu. Here's your about page. You can click on these little dots and you can click hide, and that will hide it. Also, you can do the same thing for your blog page. You don't ever want to delete your blog page because that's kind of the engine behind this site. So if you want to, you can hide it, and that's going to simplify everything. So then when I go back to home, I can look and see all of those menu items are gone now. So that's really simplified my page. Now we're going to work on this section down here, and actually we're not that far from done. So let's go back to the menus and let's go to your blog page. And the blog page really is where you're going to enter your projects. So if I click anywhere, you can see this button up here, Manage Posts, comes up. And I click it, wait a second. Okay, first thing you want to do is probably change your name to the actual name that you're going to be using. Okay. Then these are posts that are already pre-entered into there. You're not really going to want to use those. So you probably want to go through and just get rid of these, delete these posts. Okay, so now nothing's in here. So now what you want to do is create your own post. So you add your catchy title. So you can add your title and you can just start typing. If you want, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see you can put videos or images in there. It's good to have an image right at the top because that image will show up. For example, I don't know, just pick something, put it in there, add it to your page, and this image will actually show up with your post, and it makes it look nice. So you want to have kind of a representative image at the top, and obviously this image does not represent Bridge Design, but it's just something I picked as a demonstration. And then you can just start typing. This is my post. Also, something you can do, and you can copy and paste stuff. So for example, if I wanted to just pull up a Word document and just go ahead and copy a bunch of stuff and paste it in, so you can actually do this in Word if you want. Let me go ahead and, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and rename it as well to match what I'm actually doing. And then I can just, all right. So now I'm copying and putting my text in there. If I want to copy or get my images in there, so I had this much text and then I had an image. So what I can do is I can add an image, and I've already loaded this particular image. So there you see, it's got my image in there, and then if I want to, I can just keep copying and pasting stuff over, and it's actually pretty easy. If you put captions under your images, which you should, you probably want to make these different in some way, like italicized or something that would indicate that they're different than the rest of your text. And so then I can hit enter, come back, and start grabbing some more of my text and pulling it over, and it's actually pretty quick. See, now my figure one looks a little different. And you should do this, by the way. You should have figures and illustrations in your articles, and you should reference them. See here, I have referenced figure 1. Okay, so when you're finished, we'll talk later about choosing categories. It's not super important just yet. You can, it's kind of saves on its own, but it will not show up until you click publish. So once I published it, it appears here. Now you can still go back and edit it. So just because you publish it doesn't mean you're done forever. So once I've finished, everything's done, I just X out, and you'll notice it'll load here. Now this page is not visible, but if you go back to your home page, and let me X this out, and then you scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice that your post popped up at the bottom of your home page. So now every time you do a project, all you have to do is make a new blog entry, and those will populate, and they'll just come right across the bottom here and just populate your section down here. So anybody that goes to your web page can go down and look at your post, and it's a very quick and easy way to do something that's pretty nice looking. It doesn't really take that much effort. Now, this is saved anytime. Make sure it's saved. If you look up here and it doesn't say saved, you can click this and make it save it automatically. You can preview, and I can go right now and preview, and you can see what it's going to look like, and it looks pretty much like you would expect it to. You get some cool stuff going on here with the scrolling of your image, and you can even click and see that when I click on that, it goes right and loads my post, so I can read my stuff and then go back home or whatever. Now, this is all good, and you can save it, you can work on it, but once you're done and you want me to see it or you want to actually see it online, you have to click the publish button. Now, once you publish, you can still go back and edit, but until you publish, your website is not live. So if you turn it into me and you haven't published it, I'll go ahead and click publish now. So when I click publish, it's going to give me a link. And so what I can do is I can cut and paste this link, and I can email it, so you can email me the link to your site so I can go in and take a look at your article and grade it. So this is probably the simplest way to do this quickly and easily without having to spend a lot of time with web design. You can spend countless hours just editing and messing with this, but this is a way to just quickly get it up and going. And if you have any questions, just please let me know. And I look forward to seeing all of your web pages and your articles and all the stuff that you're doing.